you were, I don't know if I even want to go into the details, but something happened where on the surface.
Somebody wanted me to do something for them.
Yes.
However, I didn't see the need
Need.
as to why somebody wanted me to take pictures for them. I'm just going to say it. Somebody wanted me to take pictures for them. Apparently, they had been gearing up to take the pictures by themselves. But then I was going to greet some other people, and then they saw me and they said, "Hey, Supreme, come and take pictures for us." And it was not just that I was supposed to come and take the pictures for them. It was that I was supposed to use my phone to take the pictures for them. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. Okay. And then, so Osham, when we were having the conversation, I think I don't know if she saw it, but then she started thinking, yeah, it's possible for somebody to have a misunderstanding or misunderstand my actions or the motive behind.
And say it's pride.
Yes, and say it's pride.
Because you use a good phone, so you are being proud about it. But really, it was just you being very rational about it and saying there's actually no need for this to happen. Like, it doesn't have to happen, right? I have other things to do. Like, just because I use a good phone and then you happen to see me passing by does not mean that I was available all along to like take pictures for you.
Or that the pictures that you were going to take were going to be bad.
We're going to be bad, exactly.
It was not going to change the economy in any way. I mean, your pictures will still be nice.
Yeah.
You still have pictures from that whole thing.
Because there was already a phone
Yes.
in position to
Yes.
take the picture. Like,
Yes.
there was no need
Yes.
for you to step in at that point, right? But then I was just thinking, just maybe think about, being misunderstood, really.
Okay.
And how is like an everyday, like, these things happen where you upload a video, someone misunderstands you, you do this, someone misunderstands you, and then you have to live with that. And maybe I was thinking about it deeply because I'm someone who tends to like people please, right? Even though I've outgrown it, like way
to an extent.
I've outgrown it. But then I'm like, how do we become these people who are not like so bothered by being misunderstood, right? How do we become this kind of person? Because you can't control other people. You can't control their perception of you.
That's an answer. You started to answer it already.
Yeah, but you will still talk about it because you are like one of the most senseless people I know in my life. Like Supreme does not give a hoot. It's like, if you like think I'm rude, think I'm wicked, that's your business. But for someone like me, it will bother me. Not now. It doesn't bother me so much now. But then it used to bother me a lot. So like, how maybe being married to you has helped in a way. But then how did you become like this?
Okay, so I think for me, it didn't start now. It started a long time ago, while growing up. Okay, and maybe it started from where my dad told me something. He said, you don't owe anybody fear. What you owe them is respect. And when a military man tells you that, it carries a lot of weight. Okay, so I know that if I'm dealing with anybody, even a newborn child, I know that all that I owe you is respect. Okay, but respect doesn't mean that I should lose respect for myself as well. It doesn't mean that I lose my willpower. You understand? I'm a free moral thinking agent, able to make decisions for myself. And I know that whatever decisions I make will affect me first before they affect you. And so that's what drives me. When I'm making decisions, if I'm making decisions now, the first person I'm thinking about aside myself is you, because you are my wife. So if I'm making any decisions, is my wife comfortable? Is she okay? Every other person then comes after. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's why in this kind of scenario where I'm going to greet somebody, these are people that I'm close to, and then you're calling me to come and take pictures. How does my taking pictures for you affect me? It's not my business. You understand? And then here a statement of, your camera is good. Yes, my camera is good. I bought it for me. I didn't buy it for you. Do you understand? And I can see that the person that you wanted to snap is already set up. Do you understand? So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm addressing, in fact, at that very point in time, it is the covetousness in the other person that I am addressing. I won't help you propagate that at that point in time. So I'm looking at you and I'm like, why exactly?
Yeah.
It may have been a couple of seconds, but my brain had processed, like, why the heck do you need my phone? You don't need it.
You actually don't need it.
So it's not something that comes to me to think, oh, will he misunderstand how I said it or what I said at that point in time?
Yeah.
Because this is a very mundane issue for me.
Yeah.
So I started putting out videos alone about scriptures, just reading scriptures and drawing lessons from it, drawing the principles from it. And when I read it and I understand, I check and double check and check myself and my heart just to be sure that on the one hand, I'm not misrepresenting God because he's the author of scripture. Yeah. And I am not selfishly interpreting, the word in a way that could be harmful to somebody else who thinks about it or hears what I am saying. In that light, I would then think about misrepresentation or being misunderstood.
Based on the context.
Based on the context. But there would always be people who would wake up one day and believe that I had somebody come in the comment section and ask me very funny questions. And by the time I turned it back to them, they disappeared. Because, to be very honest with you, every human being is biased. If somebody says something, there's a likelihood that you would be misunderstood. And it's okay. So you have to come to terms with the fact that you would be misunderstood. Whether you say the right thing or whether you say the wrong thing, you would be misunderstood. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it is building up that security and identity. That's the root. I think I've come to the root path now. It's that security and identity. If you don't have security and your identity is not placed rightly, you would always pander to other people. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So I have an audience of one, which is God. And whatever I am doing, I'm thinking, is it pleasing to God? Is it right? Yeah. Is God happy with this? Of course, there's you. I'm thinking, is this right for a human being? Is this right? Is my wife okay with this? Those are the things I'm thinking. You understand? I know that we're supposed to love God and to love people. However, I also know that people can be selfish, and if you allow them, they will take everything that you have to offer and more. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so I know enough not to do everything for the sake of the applause or for the sake of likes or how many views it's going to get.
To be in people's good books.
To be in people's good. Who gives a hoot?
So they can post about you on your birthday. Do you know that that's a real thing?
I know.
I
know.
Because it's weird. Like, if you think about it, you'll be like, oh, I want to do this for this person so that on my birthday or this, that. Like, that's an actual real thing. And it's okay because I feel like we've all been there at some point. Maybe we'll still be there. And then you have to sit down and ask yourself, is this really worth it? Like, is this really worth contorting myself to fit, like, what other people expect of me? Is this really worth it? Because I feel like to be at peace with being misunderstood, there's the identity thing. You have to be secure in yourself. Like, you are rooted in your identity. And for us, our rootedness is in God. Like, what God says about us. I don't know about other people, but ideally we encourage you that your security and identity should be in God, right? Not in anything else, because it's going to come short at the end of the day, right? Because if a person's identity is rooted in what other people say about them or how other people perceive them, then it's going to be a problem. When something happens and then they are being misunderstood, they will experience it in a whole different level. Like, it will be so deep for them. It will touch them so much. Maybe near depression or despair in that sense. But yeah. But how do you reconcile? You were saying something about, that we were meant to love people. Yeah. And then we're meant to walk in love. But then some people are also selfish. But then we're also called to love as believers. So how do we reconcile knowing that people are selfish, right? And then also loving them, right? Knowing all the things that 1 Corinthians 13 says love is. Love is patient, love is kind, does not envy, does not boast, all of that. Like, how do we reconcile those things that look
I always
separate?
go back to scripture that says love your neighbor as yourself. You not say love your neighbor more than yourself. And so there are people who have decided that they want to be assistant Jesus, where they sacrifice themselves over and over and over. Jesus has paid it all. I won't kill myself for you. To be very honest, there are people who say, I'll take a bullet for you. Well, if you want to take a bullet,
Bruno Mars will do that.
Join the military. Even some of your military personnel, they don't take bullets for you. They run away. They drop the uniform and they desert. Yes. So love your neighbor as yourself. I will do all that is possible to be kind, but
not nice, kind.
Not nice, right? But the mistake that we have many times is misunderstanding what even kindness means.
Let's go there.
Yes. So, practical example. This week I dropped a meme on my WhatsApp status about about Jonah, where God said to Jonah, "Go to Nineveh and preach to my people." And Jonah said, "I know they go. Do your worst." And God was like, "Really? Oh, really?"
Yeah.
So somebody responds to me and says, and God did his worst. I say, no, God did not do his worst. God was kind. God was actually really kind to Jonah. Because, no, God was really kind. God that destroyed the world with a flood, you say that was his worst? No, that was not his worst. And so, somebody might now wake up and say, but Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days. How would you call that kindness? He could have died. He could have killed him. He could have just struck him there and there. You understand? So he will strike him here and still strike him in the afterlife. God was really kind. The fact that God did not allow Adam and Eve to eat from the tree in the garden and he sent them packing.
The tree of life.
The tree of life,
The tree of life, yeah.
In the garden. That was kindness. But you say he evicted them. He gave them quick notice. Yes, that was kindness. There are many times that many people want you to be nice. Do you understand? Without telling them truth. I mean, Pastor was talking about how the home is a place of truth and growth.
Yeah.
And so people think that you are only being kind to them when you do what they want.
When you love upon them.
I'm loving upon you by telling you the truth, the hurtful truth.
But then, of course, love isn't complete until there's also truth, right? Full of grace and truth. Jesus came full of grace and full of truth.
Yeah.
He came he had grace and truth. He so loved the world, but then there was also truth.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't say you love me and then you are just telling me sweet words and then you don't tell me the truth. How do I then become a better person?
There's tough love. There's tough love that has to do with discipline. You understand? And so I taper it. I check. Is this so? When it has to do with how this person wants to bend me to suit their purpose,
like
maybe
manipulation.
play on, manipulation and all that. When it comes to that, I will preserve myself. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
How I even think about it is like in this love conversation, love is patient, love is kind. Sometimes we think about it just in the other-centered way. But then we don't think about ourselves as deserving of love.
Yes.
Because based on that scripture,
that's where I was going. That's why I said I would preserve.
Okay.
That's why I said I would preserve
because you also
myself.
love yourself. You are kind to yourself. You are patient with yourself. You are there's all of that happening.
Yes.
And you direct it towards yourself as
Jesus
well.
died for me. He thought I was
me
to
too,
die
me
for.
Too. Me too. I'm not small now.
I'm not small. So you want me to sacrifice myself? No, I'm not the lamb of. I'm not the lamb of the world. You understand? So when it comes to that, I would preserve myself. On the other hand, when I see that you are going in a certain way, that I know that you are moving towards destruction, and I have gently talked, and you are not listening, I will shout. You understand? Is that me being kind? Yes. You get what I'm saying now? And so, for me, that's how I balance it, because I'm looking and I'm trying very hard. If at the end of the day, there's nothing that can save you, I will pray for you, but I won't be close to you. It's what it is.
And you can actually, because you can actually, that you are not close to a person doesn't mean you don't love them.
No.
Right? Like that's love. Yes, it just means that I love you, but let's not be in close proximity. Right?
But you can't do this unless you have come to that place of security
Yeah.
and you have an audience of one.
I
You
think
can't
that's
do
so-
it. To be very honest, if your identity is stuck in people pleasing, if it is stuck on the number of friends that you have, the number of people that see your WhatsApp status, if your identity is stuck up on the number of likes you get on a video, or the number of shares you get on a status that you share, or the number of people that greet you when you come out of your compound, if your identity is
on the
stuck
positions you hold.
the positions you hold, the number of people that post you on your birthday, if your identity is stuck on that, you will not really be able to tell people the truth when they need it.
Yeah.
And you would not have real relationships, which is bringing me to that point of the fact that people actually know people who are psychophants and people who suck up to them, people who are not being truthful to them.
Yeah.
People actually know. And so on the calm and kind days, they may come to you so that you butter them up. But when they need real advice and they
know
need
where
truth,
they go to.
they come to people like me. Yes, they'll come to people like me and say, I know that Supreme will not mince words when he's talking to me. And so they'll come and meet me and start asking me questions. And I'll give it to you. This is where you messed up. This is where, okay, this is how you can be helped. And I would do that because I love you and I actually care for you. Okay, so in the mix of the multitude that misunderstand your discipline for brashness and harshness, in that multitude, there are few people who actually understand that this thing that he actually said is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I can get one person who understands it, registers it, and is helped,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
That's
You know,
fantastic.
I'm totally okay. So we've been talking about it from this side. Maybe we should talk about it from the other side. The people who actually misunderstand other people. So I want to ask you.
We are all there now. We all misunderstand.
Have you
People
ever misunderstood anybody?
I probably have and don't even know. Because even like in recent times, I've been more conscious of what's happening inside me.
Okay.
And I even feel like that's like one of my goals for this year, to just make sure that I have a beautiful spirit, right?
Okay.
Like my mind, my heart, my soul feels like a garden that is well nurtured, well watered. So of course, there's been a lot of sensing of and I don't know. I think it's a journey that God is walking me through, because recently there's been a lot more highlighting of like rubbish thoughts. Like you have this thought about this person. That's not what this person was thinking. You are too self-focused. Get your eyes off that thing. That's no, because in saying, oh, there's a way that this person responded to me and I misunderstand the person. Classic example. I sent a message. I saw a link for like a virtual book club thing on someone's status. So I click on it. I register. I was supposed to click on the WhatsApp link to join after filling that whole form because it was quite extensive. So I'm done filling the form, and then I tried to click on the WhatsApp link. I remember WhatsApp is not installed on my laptop. So I say, oh, let me go back so that I can copy the link and then, paste it somewhere and then join with my mobile device, right? And then I try to go back and the link disappears. And I'm like, oh, what do I do now? So I reach out to the person whose status I saw the book club link from. And then I send her a message and she doesn't respond. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm disturbing her. That's misunderstanding her now.
Yeah.
It was like day 2. The SP was like, what's your own? Send her a message. Even if she read it, have there not been times where you read a message and forgot to respond?
Yes.
Send a message again now. And I send a message and she says, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is the contact you should reach, all of that. And I'm like, just look at that, right? Yeah. Which even, as I'm talking about it now, is making me realize that as a believer, if you yield yourself to the Holy Spirit, all these misunderstanding things, all these, you take offense, small thing, you're offended, the Holy Spirit will help you to purify yourself, right? So there will be less of, this is what this person meant. The Holy Spirit is like, that's not it. It not even concern you. You are not even in the picture.
The world does not revolve
around you. So come off it and just go back and you ask what you want to ask, request for what you want to request. Even express yourself and say, when you did this thing, this was how we made me feel. Oh, I don't know, was there something happening to you at the time and all of that? So like have a posture of wanting to even understand people better. Let the default not be a misunderstanding first,
Yes.
as against, being open-hearted to say, there could be other things
Yeah.
wrong, right? That sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes a whole lot of sense. So clarify,
Yeah.
ask questions.
Ask questions.
If at all you are misunderstanding, don't just carry the interpretation that you have in your head and run with it. Really, because many of us can make full movies in our
Write
head
a whole novel. It's fiction.
on falsehood.
On falsehood, exactly. False narratives. So what are we trying to
False
say? I think we should wrap
narratives.
it up and help people just get
Yes.
points.
Yeah, so I mean, on the one hand, you are not going to escape being misunderstood by people.
Learn to live with it.
Learn to live with it. You cannot please everybody. No. So before we used to say that you cannot please everybody. You are not ice cream. And now I learned that some people don't even like ice cream.
Some people don't. Let me not say this, because if I say this, he will come for me. But then, let me not say what I want to say. Okay, continue.
Yeah, you cannot please everybody. You are not ice cream. You are not jollof rice. You are not whatever. Not everybody likes jollof. You get what I'm saying? But you really can't please everybody.
So you should just be at peace with it.
So just be at peace with it.
I mean, as much as possible, people should try to explain themselves to people they are accountable to, like people that are close to you. Yes, if they misunderstand you, please, as much as possible, try to explain, because these people matter to you.
Yes.
Right? Your mentors, people you're accountable to, your friends, even your mentees, like people, not necessarily mentees, but people that look up to you in a sense, right?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But there are other people that, well, let them misunderstand. It really doesn't affect you.
By the time you are pandering to them and trying to explain that one, somebody else will draw something from there.
So there's no point.
There's all that, and you that is misunderstanding people too. Seek clarity. I don't care if the person is older or younger than you. Seek clarity.
Yeah.
Ask. You said this. This is how I understood it. Right?
Yeah.
Did you mean that?
Yeah.
It's very easy. Life is not that hard.
Yeah.
Life is not that hard. So both for the misunderstander.
One misunderstand. Both of them, yes.
Yeah. So I mean that's pretty much it.
Thank you for joining us on this episode.
Thank you. And I want to give a special shout out
to
our cameraman here.
To the camera guy behind the scene, Dillion Undubisi.
Dil Khalifa. Thank you so much for being our cameraman, because we forgot to carry the tripod. Thank you. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.